There's a lot going for Astralis coming into this one, but Sinner is definitely a team that could cause that upset.
Yes, they certainly can. Astralis looking good so far, and Sinners are looking to put a stop to that. Someone's trying to win this Group of B, and it's going to be one of these two teams. Sinners via Astralis, and a best of one on Nuke. Let's do it now.
Yeah, we're going to do it straight away. It does look like Magisk has been handed some extra utilities, so he'll be going with a full belt, as will Lucky. On this T-star on Nuke, going to be seeing that fly very early into the piece. Interesting, with the nade door off, or the door naded off. Smoke and mirrors, Oscar with the CZ up close, ready to duel. He's making it look rather convincing. Neofrag struggling, Dupree will punish, and here we go. It's just an absolute brawl. It's all onto the bomb plant of Magisk. And that'll be a good start.
Great start. It's a bonus here, but you can hear those footsteps. They're close already.
No, actually, change my mind. Indecision is the mother of something.
Oh. I want to see how many bullets Beastic has left there. How many shots did he shoot in the back? Because we didn't quite see exactly that. But all in all, 1-0.
What did you make of Astralis' top take there? Was that the pace they were intending to hit the site with?
I think when Oscar is up for like in that squeaky door area, it really slows things down, right? The fact that he gets away with this, it stalls things out, so it becomes a little bit more jarring. But we saw them do a lot of that with the back side. There you go. There you go. So it's in the back and they're not easy. They're not easy. Now we do have a bit of a technical timeout early. Just going to iron out any of these dramas. This one will be a quick one. It's just a little bit of a mic issue. These are the quickest to fix. I think Bubsky has a headband on today. If you want to take a look, so that's one of the highlights that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Astralis already qualified for the playoffs and the major. Obviously, we know for Sinners, this one here means an awful lot more.
It does. And I mean, you know, Chad, I think it's, I was trying to work out why I love Sinners so much, like why am I like kind of rooting for them? And it's because they don't play any of the normie maps.
Yes.
They're
Sinners.
They play, like throughout this best of ones, it's been Nuke, Vertigo, Ancient.
Oh, we love them.
Like, we can't complain.
We love them.
We really cannot complain. As the desk highlight as well, of course, Permaban, Mirage, we saw that go straight away from Astralis.
That's why Astralis are my favorite team, everybody, because I don't play Mirage. That's not true. They're not my favorite team. I don't have a favorite team. We're not allowed to.
No. Fortunately, though, CS fans are a little bit more kind of like switched on than League of Legends fans.
All right.
They get really angry at casters for being biased. We don't seem to get that too often. I remember when back in the day,
is our only thing, I reckon, for casters.
Yeah, I do get a bit wet for Mezzy.
It's normally because most of the casters are native English speakers, and we don't have scenes that are very good. So when our players are occasionally like getting headshots, it's really exciting.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing we've definitely got to go. But I remember, you know, back in the day, casters would get a lot of stick. Like people would just, he's getting excited when this team wins, and that means he's biased.
Yeah, no, it's the ebbs and the flows, the story of the game. Obviously, we do a lot more talking than like traditional sports commentary. But if you go watch Gawler's stream, I wonder which team he's going for. Yeah. You know, you go watch the French stream. I wonder which team they want to win. But regardless, right now, I want to see what Sinners have in store.
I can't believe how many nades they've got, and even Magisk on the Galil. Like, this is going to be a threatening one, for sure. The bomb plant has facilitated an extra spicy second round buy, and Astralis looking to jostle for control early here against the Sinners, not pulling as many punches as you may have expected.
Oh, they're quick in the main.
They are, and it's going to catch Beastic completely off guard. An MP5 for Oscar. Does he want to go up that vent? It would be a death sentence. Zedko responsible for an awful lot and being smoked off, and his gap closed. He's being pushed here on Unbreakable. Magisk tagged and now dead. Nice finds in the meantime. Sinners have handled business and they've retreated back to lobby. Astralis to hit ramp. This will be audible. Neofrag will be communicating that. Oscar is already down to receive. But they don't have any information about Secret either, so you can see he's a bit hesitant.
Oh, great smoke here. Should get this bomb down easy now.
2 plants in the row.
They're even in a very good position to win this round. Zedko's HP. Astralis is going to snatch this one away, I think.
There's a kit in play. I definitely think if Neofrag's up to the task, he's got mighty fine aim as this guy, but so's Lucky. And that's surely the end of that. Oscar's going to have to do an awful lot with an MP5 looking the wrong way. Lucky looking good.
Whoa.
Zedko, that low HP doesn't seem to be stopping him. Kit, smoke, it's Zip. He seems to have worked out where he may be, or the most likelihood. Fakes it out. Zip confirms his location, and now it's all about those shots through the smoke. Low HP does end Zedko, and Astralis with a very convincing second round.
Yeah, I think Sinners could force buy back here, be part of these force buy wars early because it was close again. Astralis here. I love the mid-round maneuvers, right? So you see all those wall smokes and just the different variations, the smoke and mirrors that comes out of that. Okay, it's secret wall smokes, but no, we're going to pivot in towards main, and then we're going to take warehouse control, and then we're going to fight towards heaven and hell. It's great. And then the reaction from the pack of 3 to go over towards ramp, that smoke left over last minute, always great to the decon door. There's the force by Neofrag's been given a Famus. Rest into the Deagles. The Samama to go with it here. Astralis are going to take their time on this. Some of the notes that we have had with them on Nuke is do like the slower T side of rounds here, but when the going gets tough, we've seen them pop into top with some juicy little executes. You can just see, like, in these matches in the best of ones, it feels like there's even more emphasis on not putting a foot wrong, right? Obviously, risks are getting taken and whatnot, but just the pace of a lot of these games, if you go back and have a look, it feels like they've been very, very slow. A lot of scenarios ending in the last 30 seconds. That's something that's been synonymous with Counter-Strike the last couple of years, especially with VP in the server.
Yeah, certainly. I remember the first game we casted, or one of them, was Complexity Sinners at this EU RMR, and aggression from the CTs of Sinners towards Yard really got under the skin of Complexity. So I'll be intrigued to see, once the guns are out, we'll see Sinners return to that playbook.
If they do, it's Magis to deal with, right? And it was Blame to deal with in the Complexity game. So we'll see how he steps up to the plate.
Come on, Shock. Yeah, he's tagged up Lucky and does adjust into Zip. 2 quick connections has put them in the lead in a large margin. Bodies are dropping elsewhere as well. Magis' project in Yard is cancelled, and B-Stick times his engagement wisely. Does chip away at Dupree. They can't stop the plant. They'll have to let that go down, and Astralis good for that every round. Suddenly, Zedko's gone and joined B-Stick in the grave. Shock's got his knife out, and this advantage is just disintegrated. 2v4, Dupree and Bubsky with a full ace between them. That's one way to get the second round on the board, and what started so convincingly for Sinners, Oscar says best of one's about making those fewest mistakes. That feels like one of those.
Yeah, you can't be losing a 2-on-5 like that, because it was fantastic to get them into that position, right? And those type of rounds normally unravel Sinners late. This one's early. See if they can recover from it here. Because the pressure for Astralis, yeah, sure, Bubsky, Lucky, they don't fit into the mix of the experienced members, but the rest do, and you don't get many more experience than those 3 of Dupree, Magisk, and Zipex. Now, it is going to be the full economical round. Sinners just have these USPs, and that's the starter pistol, right? You spawn into the world, and you get a gift.
Now I'm imagining them using USPs to start races.
Ah.
A starter pistol.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. They seem dangerous as well, don't they?
Wouldn't be very effective at starting races. I think people would file complaints quickly.
They wouldn't hear the go sign.
Yeah. Was that it?
A lot of false starts.
I was watching the Tokyo Olympics. There was a false start in the... Oh, must have been. What's the one where you swim and then you run and then you cycle?
A triathlon?
That's the one. But yeah, false start in that, and just watching 50 people jump into the water and then have to all get back out.
How many of those do you get, you reckon?
Apparently very rare.
Okay.
But a full reset of that. Like, you know, some guy ended up swimming like half a kilometer before he realized he was supposed to go back.
They expended all that early energy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, well...
You don't get them in CS.
No. Occasionally we get the tech timeout.
True.
But I don't think that's as much as a false start as is just a nature of computers. You know, I see some people going, oh, there's so many bloody tech issues. These are PCs, guys. I don't know if you have ever been on a computer before, but I'm on them all the time. Maybe I am actually possessed by some demon that makes my life really hard, but I get a blue screen like every
I'm not superstitious, Chad, but that's the closest I've come. That is the closest I've come. I actually think you do have some sort of weird computer curse.
That is because I'm a boomer, I think.
I think so, yeah. Trying to plug in your mouse from 1856. Zedko talking about Yard aggression, and ooh, that lick of the flame has sold him short. Yeah, Magisk likely to put some bullets through. He's a bit of a stalemate. Magisk is hunting. Oh, wow, Zedko's got some solid eyes. Dupree's attempt at a trade could cost him here. His tip of the head visible. Zedko stands confidently, demanding respect.
And it looked like Magisk had a good idea of what type of play it was. You could see how diligent he was in that hard clear, but Zedko's still getting the better of that, and a great way to start things off with an opening. Smoke drop from Neofrag. I think he's manufacturing a bit of a gap here, Alex. Right, he's intentionally thrown that smoke to the right-hand side of the door, and they're boosting on over.
Oh, wow. This could catch Lucky completely. Zipex is about to put his head in the vice. Didn't confirm anything on the jiggle. There's a timer on this, and unfortunately they have to dismount. They can't risk losing 2 players to one quick spray of Bubsky.
The nerdy one-ways and Sinners.
Yeah, right. I mean, they just chose their maps and got geeky on it. Nuke no exception.
Goes together like ketchup at a sandwich.
Yeah, sugary bread and sugary syrup. Zipex onto B-Stick. 4-on-4, but Astralis, they are wounded. Limping now to ramp. Shock was great on the D. Can he do it on the M4? He does like to stick around, and he does deliver again. Shock definitely up to the standard. Does need some support now because they are committing, and Oscar's arrived. So has Shock with a second, and clean. Not really too much threat once the commit came in.
All right, well, this is a great round, and we saw two good maneuvers. Zedco, first of all, as you highlighted, wanting to keep up the aggressive maneuvers that we've seen earlier in the tournament, and a nice little cheeky one-way there. So, Sinners, if you continue to show us new faces, you're going to be able to push Astralis here today. Now, there is plenty of cash money to splash. Everybody besides Lucky can get the purchase going on through, and I think Bubsky could even drop a Galil on over now if he wanted. But a tactical timeout called by Astralis here early. And I don't mind that. I don't mind it at all. You get 4 of them, 30 seconds apiece. You could use 2 per half, spread them out quite neatly. Even good for a bit of a breather. So, no AWP necessary on the CT side just yet for Sinners, and that makes sense. They won't have to be dealing with one on the T side either. Astralis aren't going to drop that across to Lucky. Looks like Lucky might just get a pistol in his hands here. So he's already been devilish on that Tech 9. See if he can do it again. Has been looking very whippy on the AWP as well, right? I'm liking his combat AWPing skills.
Yeah, definitely. I think he is gradually, slowly but surely, convincing a few of us at home to give that Tech 9 a second chance.
Yeah, get it out of the bin. Put your favorite skin on. Well, that's going to unravel the wall. There's a bit of a gap there.
It's not ideal, but he will get info. Magis, oh, down to 10. That's the finish. Zedco does. Oscar as well unloads successfully. Astralis, again, just battered and bruised every time they try and set something up. The Sinners have been fantastic at chipping away and manufacturing an advantage. Even though Astralis have taken some map control, Oscar is ready to receive them. He's got util to dump. That incendiary would have been well placed, but he's actually not. Oh, confirmed it. That's the bomb. That will confirm his suspicions. Incendiary on top of it, likely. So now Bubsky makes it clear where he is. They know where both of the Astralis members are now. There should be nothing left for the Danes.
Uh-oh.
Door was left open. Was he raised in a barn, Oscar? Doesn't cost him anything. 3-3, and a clean one at that. 3 AKs fall into enemy hands off the back of an Astralis timeout.
I love that there. So there was 2 different gaps manufactured in the smoke for the angles, right? Oscar obviously over towards main, and the spam initially coming in through the little gap of the toes. So they've wombo-comboed this. You can see it here on the replay. We actually get 1 player over towards main, 1 over towards the Unbreakable, and it's normally only 1 player hangs around for that because you tend to have somebody slipping on down to deal with the rotation, but aware of just how much damage they could do, and, well, damage it is. Shot's down to just the pistols. It's going to be 2 Deagles, the rest are onto Glocks, and they are going to need somebody to hit a big one. Bubsky's warning shots give Sinners a good idea of what they're working with, and towards ramp they go. Shock with a knife out, and the pants down.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that. I think the utility kind of masked their footsteps. He was caught out.
Can't lose this one, Alex.
No, they can't. And it's starting to look a little scary, very scary. Magis, fortunately, the man with the AK has gone down, but Bubsky recovers, and so does Neofrag. Closest they've come to a big slip up there. Sinners, admittedly, we did see that second round go the way of Astralis. Perhaps that was the first slip up.
The force buy back as well, the 2-on-5 that they lost there, right? So
yeah, good point.
Yeah,
actually,
so
what we're talking about.
If they lost this one here, that would have really, really hurt, right? Losing to a couple of Deagles and some Glocks would have been very painful. And that would have meant in, like, what, the first 7 rounds of play, they'd lost 2 absolute rough ones. But they're pretty looking a little bit frustrated.
I think he realised how close they were to really buckling the Sinners there.
And now we'll see the AWP come out for Oscar. B-Stick's very aggressive. Oh, very aggressive.
Wow, in the heart, laughs at Dupree. Are they down?
Lobby's called clear.
They've cleared it out. They've swapped sides. Oh, B-Stick swings into Bubsky. They've got full lobby control.
Smoked them into top.
Yeah, I mean, I say full lobby control. Lucky is perhaps the unknown entity. They may assume they've got control, and now he strikes. B-Stick in a bit of spot of bother. Lucky actually down and jumps in to open up the lobby. Oscar's the third, unchecked, but now a 2-on-2. What a recovery from Astralis, and down the vents they go. The reaction will be ramp. Bomb should go down. No smokes or Molotovs, so it's just flashes to try and cage this retake. Oscar's surely got a bit of a sixth sense as to where they're peeking, but in his blind spot, Magis strikes again. Looking great for it. Neofrag thrust into a 1v2. This post plant looks pretty threatening. Magis will have the info. Doesn't complete the shot. He's concerned about Dark. Zipex lingering on the site. Bomb about half gone. Does have a kit. And that's the end of that. Nice response from Astralis. What a turnaround as well. Lucky playing well above his years. He really does look like he's been in that Astralis jersey for longer than he has.
Yesterday we had him with some multi-round impact as well, or multi-kill round impact as well, and here that one's huge, right? That round should have been snatched away. Beastic did so much.
Was it 3v5? Because Beastic got 2 topside before any Astralis members were featured.
He gets traded right here by Oscar's AWP, right? But that has given them enough of a window into this, and then as soon as they identify where both players are, the path of least resistance down the vent, and a very, very winnable round right there. So here we go, almost crippling the money of Sinners. Yeah, almost being the key word, and almost Bubsky's first down the vents. He did nearly catch it. There's a lot of pressure though, and Shock, stands to deliver the defense of this low site. Now the bomb's yard, and Zedco is once again testing the waters with an aggressive move. Not being cleared.
Not being cleared. Not being cleared, Magis does! What a swivel from him! And now it's up to Oscar's AWP. He at least spots out the first, not far off the second. He will fire one towards the spine of Lucky. It's Bubsky that's so pushed up. Shock re-clears 2 from him, and highly impactful ones at that. Now Lucky wants to perhaps go topside, join Zipex. They are
up and down these vents.
Yeah, they're playing with them.
They love them, and look, if Zip can get back into the lobby here and they can group on up, Lucky just needs to live for a minute or two, because topside, it could be called clear.
Could be misinformation. Look how little Oscar's working with as well. It's up to when Astralis kind of reveal their tricks, and yeah, Shock. He's concerned about secret. Vent's obviously a possibility. He'll consider that, and up they go to a wide open site.
Lucky has to smoke main though.
Yep, top site confirmed. That's the util, that's the Q. Can Astralis really turn another man disadvantage around?
This would be wild. This is the type of round Sinners can't be losing here. Now they've all grouped up together towards the yard position. They have 2 Molotovs and a flashbang. One molly towards Squeaky would be great. The other to the bomb box would be perfect.
Zip didn't reload. He's working with just 9 bullets. He can't afford to now. The util will miss Lucky. He'll be able to take these fights main. And that's all he needed to find Neofrag. Shock from heaven, he's made it clear, and Lucky does go down, so now Zip has to clutch, and Shock saves them. I think they've got time. No kit. No kit.
There's no kit. They're not going to be able to defuse.
They're not going to be able to defuse.
Yeah, they have to save.
That's Astralis, baby. They pull it across the line. Brutal way to lose. Such hard work from Shock, despite Astralis having such early presence in the low site. And Astralis clutch up.
Wow, another round just snatched away here. And just finding that open space right now and punishing Sinners. Huge stuff. Very, very big scenes right here. That low HP of, Bubsky, that was early. He took all that going down the vent, right? You think, oh, they're screwed at that point. And think about how much Shock did in that round. He got all 4 kills.
Yeah.
Oh, dearie me.
All for naught.
Okay, well, Sinners able to cobble together something here. Famous, Deagle, they're the emissions, AK, M4, and AWP, and they can still keep Astralis where they want them. They just need to convert this one. They're pushing again. Neofrag, hello?
Whoa, that's brave. And Lucky's his next victim. Damage inflicted. Bubsky leaps to save him. Some real pace to Astralis. Reactive as well. Neofrag pushing lobby at 1 minute 30. Catches Bubsky completely off guard, but good reaction leaves us in a pretty intense mid-round. Zedco info. And a flick out of Oscar. Magis sees the leg of Oscar. He's got a real advantage here. He should have the AWP dead to rights. Eliminates him. The trade, impossible, denied by Magis. And a very good Galil. Sinners. Just feels like they're occasionally tripping over their laces. Beastic's been caught. The sound cue rumbled him, and it's Shock to try and clutch. Can he find impact? The answer may be no. Fires off a warning shot, confirms his worst fears.
Oh, they're not running right now. Did Magis know where that shot came from?
Well,
You'd think
Glass
so.
broke.
I know, but he didn't start moving. Like, you'd think immediately, if you knew where that was, they knew what space they'd have to be working with here.
Bobski's in this whole angle just as he thinks he's about to swing. Good positioning. And 6 for Astralis. 6 on the T side, Chad. And it's been convincing.
Definitely so. I think that the biggest drama right now is for Sinners putting themselves in the driver's seat and then just falling flat. That's happened in multiple occasions right now, and that's traditionally a bit of a problem for them. But yeah, they're able to set them. I guess here you look at this and you see, okay, Neofrag pushes, he gets one and done, and then it's a 4-on-4 situation. That feels like it's maybe not worth it, right? If he gets 2, yeah, maybe here, but the smiles on the faces in the Astralis camp, they're starting to really feel this one because it will just be the pistols for Sinners here. USPs again, maybe a couple of Deagles, P250s. It won't be a whole lot, but it has been a really good group stage for them. They're currently sitting at 3-1. Could go first in their group with a win. You love it when it's that simple, don't you?
Yeah, first in their group. I mean, you'd have to choose, wouldn't you, between Copenhagen Flames and Sinners in terms of like the greatest surprise.
I'm just wondering if Flames are on anybody's radar, like anybody's at all.
True, true. Like they weren't at the tip of anyone's tongue in the same capacity the Sinners were.
Yeah, Sinners were always like maybe a bit more than a dark horse.
Wow, he gets the answer. There is lobby presence. And oh, despite the pre-fire, they knew where he was. The unarmored Deagle, good for a heady.
Oh, it's like he wanted to bait him into that fight there. Shock's got another great game for Shock so far.
Yeah, Frag, what are you up to? Trying to get some cheeky knife games underway. If they were to descend the vents, it's not a bad call. Better way to find a way in. I can't believe that's become meta. I can't believe I've
We're seeing it so often. A guy sitting in the vent with a knife in his hand.
I mean, what? It's stronger than a Zeus. It's better than a Deag.
The timing on this for Shock is everything. They might all be looking the other way as they go to heaven. Oh my god.
It could be.
They're not looking.
Look, he just looked away. Shock doesn't know, though. Shock doesn't know. They've been so silent about this.
They're about to get a surprise.
Rude surprise. 3 armored terrorists right above your B-stick.
They're going to clear down, surely? Yeah. All right, well, crisis averted right there. Imagine if Shock just turned around as all 3 of them. Oh, could have spammed him down in the back. I think now we'll just want to hold on to this AK-47. Neofrag wants to see if he can find something, and his position is now noted. Continuing to keep things silent, walking over towards T-spawn. Neofrag goes down to Dupree, and now it's Shock's turn again to show us his aim.
Zip has been so aware and alert of the potential. I imagine his cursory glance, actually ends in his demise. Saving the AK. But a 7th T round for Astralis. They're giving him us a bit of a clinic.
Ooh, I want to start a bit of a discussion here with you, Alex. I don't know, maybe Astralis social media or one of the guys can tweet at us, but after Astralis locked themselves in yesterday, I think I was sitting here talking and I was like, so what do Astralis do now for the major? There's some really, really tough choices. Okay, does Glaive come back? We all know he's having a kid, so maybe not, right? But it would be a shame to have the major locked in and not to have Glaive there. Right?
After, working towards this for the better part of 2 years.
Yeah, right? But then if you're in that position, who doesn't play for Astralis?
Yeah, is it Bubsky back to the bench?
Oof.
Is it Zip, who seems to find the land buff and the core of Astralis, who've won 4 majors?
Right, how can you justify that?
Yeah, so, I don't know. I mean, you're right, you're bang on. It is a brutal decision to be had at Astralis HQ, and aggression, double AWPs running into Zip. Look what he's capable of. I don't envy the decision makers in that regard.
There should be an 8th. How do you drop this one? Before, Astralis are winning the rounds where they have the number disadvantage. Now they get 2 out the gate. 2 for free. Zip does it all. Look at this.
I mean, a 2-man AWP trophy push. Yeah. How often have you seen that one?
Never?
Never. Yeah, I think so.
Well, we've seen a lot of things we've never seen before. And B-Stick puts the end to Magisk.
He's not got armor, Chad. Maybe it doesn't matter.
Who needs armor, Alex? It's overrated, right? You just shoot him in the head. Almost. Like he's still perched up here. Now this is looking great. It's just going to take their time here, not wanting to make any mistakes in this one. And you love to see it poised at all the moments. This is where communication needs to be on point. You're really taking your time. You're trusting your teammates. Neofrag's having a look, and Zipax currently with his back turned. You can see Spidey senses tingling. Zedko spots through, spams down. But yeah, Zip's awareness has been fantastic. He's found Neofrag during all of this, and a 1-on-4. Should be another round done and dusted here. Take a look where Zedko's going. He's completely in the wrong position. And yeah, they're just never rushing things, Astralis.
This is a big game for Sinners as well. The ramifications of losing.
They're even fake planning in a 1-on-4, just for detail's sake, guys. They are really taking this super serious, Astralis. This is great to see.
Oh, it's so brutal when you read the article. It says, you know, just how clear-cut it is. Winning their match against Astralis puts Sinners through to the playoffs, a good chance to qualify for the major, and they can do it themselves.
That sounds good.
In the playoffs, if they get themselves top 6, they can guarantee a spot. But then in case of a loss, the paragraph is so long.
All right, well, we got 20 to 30 seconds.
In case of a loss, they will still advance to playoffs if Endpoint beat Movistar Riders, while if Movistar and Complexity win their matches, Sinners will place 3rd. And if Movistar and Heroic win their matches, then Sinners, Movistar and Heroic will play MR3 Deciders for 2nd to 4th. For 2nd to 4th.
Okay, well, let's give you a little bit of an update, and we're not going to even be able to keep tracks of exactly where all that lies, but Heroic are winning against Complexity right now, and the Riders are winning against Endpoint.
Well, that would be the circumstance. That could put Sinners 3rd and out of playoff contention.
Oh, dearie me. Okay, well, lots of twists and turns left within this group still. But Astralis are doing what they came here to do, and that's win every single bloody match.
If Movistar and Heroic win, then it's MR3 Deciders. And if Sinners lose, obviously.
Yeah, which is how we're trending right now.
We are trending that way, in a very big way. Astralis looking like they are not relenting. You know, like just you've got to take it to the major, but you can still ruin everyone else's hopes and dreams.
And it's another team effort, right? It's another team effort. Look at all the frag distribution right now. 11 for Zip, 10 for Magis. You've got 9 for Dupree, 8 for Bub, and then Lucky, he only has 5. But remember the Tech 9 kills that he had earlier on in the piece there for them to win a nice early establishing round, and now they're set up with 8 to their name. So I really, really don't envy the task of Sinners here. They're going to need to bounce back. I think 6 necessary, right? Their T side, they're going to be able to make some magic work of their own here. But as we mentioned the other day, what was nice was Sinners being able to take this fight towards Yard and deny Blame F space. It's not the same story. 2 of them tasked with doing exactly that. There's an ult forward, and that's in the hands of Oscar, and Zedko's saved M4. 3 Deagles, and the Deagles have been zingers. They've been able to hit a couple of good shots, but need to start converting now, Sinners.
Yeah, they could use one of these, couldn't they? A Heroic, Oscar, Orp, Frag, not going to happen immediately. B-Stick's been battered. Astralis, yeah, it's just so regimented.
It's a clinic right now. I'm loving how regimented it is. I'm loving that they're not going for anything crazy. And on the smoke fade, they lose that M4. I think Oscar probably wants to hold on to that AWP.
It's just mad to me that, yeah, I keep saying it every time I watch Astralis, that they can do this with such constant jiggling and joggling of their players.
Yeah, and...
what most players consider to be the most effective and one of the best in-game leaders in Counter-Strike history steps away from the game, and you can just operate as dominant as ever.
Yeah, the system works, apparently.
The system works.
But there was such a period of time there, right? I think it was Cologne, where Astralis were winning games through, like, individuals stepping up and going, like, massive. You remember? Like, it was crazy Counter-Strike. Yeah. It was clutches, it was multi-kills, it was Glaive winning against 3 players, the mid-to-be doors with a USB in his hands and no HP. There was a lot of those moments, whereas this, it doesn't feel like that, right? It feels like they're able to play quite a nice team-based Counter-Strike. Well, they will retain the AWP, but... wow, there's not a lot to tell you here, guys. It's looking very clear-cut. We had the earlier stages of this game where it was close, but that conversation's changed at this point. This will be one of the last full gun rounds we get out of Sinners here.
That's an evil grin sneaking onto his face as he realizes just how good they are. 9 already, Chad. T-side nuke. I don't need to say more. Looking for more. We step into a full buy from the Sinners. These last 2, mandatory for a competitive second half.
They're going to try the boost again. That was in the corner with the smoke one more time. You note how they're dropping it. I don't know if that one was far enough to the right, and well, they're not starting to work for that either. So clearing out towards this vent. Here it is. So they're going to go for this little trick again. Noisy about it. And as long as they don't cross the big doorway in towards lobby, they're fine. You just have to wait for 20 seconds.
Yeah. If Oscar's not aware, though, Magisk is going to use this smoke wall to great success, whether it's Garage or he'll go for credit card. Zedko and Oscar on notice with this move. Magisk has been given a gift by that wall of smokes.
Look where Zedko's gone, though.
Yeah, brutal. Now, Neofrag has acknowledged it. He's holding the heaven play. Oscar's said this is totally a possibility. He's down secret, so this is really on Neofrag. And this is another great round out of Astralis. Look at the way this is coming from. The pressure starts top. Now, it's all about B-Stick. Crossfire, good headshots, more required, and they are delivered. Only one stands, it's Lucky. And with 25 seconds left, it's Oscar, last bullet out of the AWP to finish the job. One of the two required.
Yeah, if they get this one right, then we're well and truly back in this. But it's just been looking so good for Astralis, and they even got what they wanted there, and they were unable to convert. So that's great from Sinners to grab that one. Everything that Astralis need here going into the final round of play. They can get the AWPs out, the AKs are there. Good shooting from Neofrag. Another one who doesn't seem to have gone into the Silenced M4 domain. I want to double check that, make sure. Oh, we've got an AK now, so I can't even do that. I've been sleeping on it. But here we go. Lots of talking there, and
Oh, yard. And heavy.
didn't extinguish here, so there's no gap manufactured in the smoke, and 4 players behind it. They're not spamming back. They're not going to give away the fact that they are, oh dear, starting to make their way down secret.
Someone's going to have to acknowledge this. We've got Oscar down there. And he'll level things out. What's his reaction? Okay, I trade the flames. That's not bad at all. He'll be able to maintain control. B-Stick and Zip, a bit of a standoff in the lobby. He's been smoked off, so it implies that the secret has been abandoned.
Oh, they're pushing.
Yeah, they are. And that's what Zip's waiting for. Says in the perfect place. Need the trade. Oh, and he adjusts. Neofrag down. Looking set for 10. Shock does catch Bubsky as he crawls. There is a push coming his way. Will he even consider it? Dupree not going to be taking contact first. Lucky
he's forward of it.
Attention, he's ahead of the flames. Lucky in the sight, loud about it, spotted out. Dupree reveals himself. It's all onto Shock. Final round of the half, trying to make it count, looking to come up clutch. Dupree's taking the bomb lower. Lucky's just a distraction. And he'll hear it. Got a tough decision to make now. Shock's actually opted for the AWP on his low HP. I don't hate that, especially if it's a ramp fight.
Oh, and he's in the vent already here, but this is going to be difficult to find Dupree.
Dupree's got Molly as well to buy time. Ooh,
It's coming his way.
Coming towards him. Shock will clear this. That's the end of that. 10 for Astralis. That's quite the T-haul. You know,
Looking very, very good on a map like Nuke. Now, sure, some of the games have been close, like the complexity matchup, but they've still been getting the W's in the column. But here we go into the pistol round. Zip backs into the Julies. Dropped across from Magisk here, so lucky him. I'm going to be converted. We're seeing these almost every single CT pistol round now, and up close and personal, maybe it gets something done.
it's the perfect position for them.
Oh.
And Oscar will cancel his plans.
I think he must have caught the elbow as he came through hut, but now we're going into top. Oh, Bubsky.
Yeah, screwed. It's up to Dupree, and clean clicks. Clean as hell. Okay, a 2-on-2. Dupree suddenly makes a round out of this again. How often have we seen this? And no, denied. The plant doesn't even go down. Zedko to come up clutch. He knows where Magisk was. Spots him. He knows what you're up to. He needs to be good on these shots, and he's not. Another one goes topsy-turvy for Sinners.
Could it have started better? 2 kills that came almost free.
We've seen a couple of those. Like, if I wish I had a count at the top of my head, but I think
That's just crazy again.
maybe 3 minimum rounds where we get Sinners with a 2-man advantage and it just falls apart. Look at Dupree. The third is so cheeky.
Oh, look, coming up with the vent as well. That Lucky goes to that second kill when he didn't even have to. So it comes down to a 1-on-1. But Astralis, after the Dupree triple, were in control of that one, and frustration mounting now for Sinners as they go for the economical.
They are not giving them a moment's respite.
No, and now they're going to have to do their yard plays with Magisk towards outside, who has been looking fantastic, right? You see the different smoke walls that come out and just how cheeky he's been around them. Lucky's been good as well.
This is great.
Yeah, you love to see this type of counter-strike here. Now, it is going to be a bit of a bonus in the next round, so if you are Astralis, keep everybody alive. You're going to be working with 3 SMGs, a scout, and that 1 M4. Oh, a little bit of a team dink there. Thank you very much.
Just for good luck.
Yeah, it's a love tap.
Yeah.
Affection being shown in the server. Now, you have all these SMGs. Look, you can, on Nuke, you can actually function with the SMGs in a pretty standard formation, right? You don't necessarily need to fight outside, right? So you can lock down top, Hut and Squeaky with those SMGs well. You can play kind of jiggle spot and drop down ramp where you can get boosted up in the box. A lot of options here for these lighter weaponry. Lucky Scout, let's see how good it is. Tag's going to be great to soften up the opponents going forward as well. Dupree, there you go. In Hut pushes on the reload.
Yeah, Neofrag. Rare to see him get caught out in that capacity. That was a screamer.
Okay.
Dupree couldn't believe his luck.
No. And now, number disadvantage here for Sinners. So even when they have the advantage, it's hard. This is even going to get harder. Turning their attention towards ramp.
Oof.
It's
a tough one to stomach. May even want to consider throwing that AK out of the map somehow, some way. Could be easily retrieved otherwise. You're not going to be in lobby forever.
This is great positioning from Lucky.
And that's the tag and fall off. Standard stuff, a procedural sniper.
I guess the biggest drama right now is if they were to nip around to hell, but still, it's not going to be easy here. Walking out ramp, clearing as you like, shot calling, sector clear. Have you two to go lower. 2 smokes, 1 for decon, 1 for the window or the doors, mollies as well.
We learned in the comms video, it's single.
Yeah, very similar.
Very similar. But Lucky already tagged up Shock. Wonder if he can finish his job. It's going to be Zedco actually that comes in first.
Oh, look at the time as well. Look at the time.
They can't even throw their smokes from here. Okay, could be a gap in that. More utility dump to slow him down. 15 seconds, and that gap leads to Zedco work with nothing. Lucky connects 2 from the scout. 9 seconds, Chad. I reckon Zip is flying through that smoke, and Dupree's the one to deny it. They don't have time.
Just live.
They don't have time. Sinners having an absolute nightmare, and Shock will go down after time, Chad. He's only got $700 he dues.
Yikes. That was problem after problem. And that started with the cheeky Dupree pushing Hut on the Neofrag reload. Then the gap in the smoke, forced by the molly. It's ugly. And then out of this, we'll take a couple of AKs. We'll get an AWP for our man, and this is it. Jumping around, hoping somebody comes to his rescue. That is only possible because of the molly, right? That smoke is thrown awkwardly.
But like, I will continue to reinforce what you were saying earlier about, you know, Lucky in the eye test. And I think Yanko discussed it as well on the desk. Just looks like he's getting every frag he's supposed to. Like, at no point am I watching him thinking, oh, you know, this kid's new. He's just doing everything he's supposed to for the squad. And, you know, credit to be given because we see multiple players who don't fall into that category.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to put Lucky, Acor, and Giacchino in a room and let's ask them about the bump up to tier 1.
I'll tell you the one thing that Lucky has around him that those other two don't.
Go on.
It's a world-class system.
Yeah.
So I guess Lucky, by the namesake, very much so. But still to step up and keep those nerves at bay and to be able to perform like this, that is the difference maker. You know, what is that mental edge looking like? Having a quick look at the other games over there, Heroic versus Complexity is almost over. Heroic 15-5. And the Riders are winning 10-8 versus Endpoint. So that one's getting closer and closer. But remember, that has direct ramifications to the outcome of this group. But it looks like our map is going to be over soon. So we'll have to wait and see. That's 2 openings again here. And yeah, this is one-way traffic right now. This hasn't been the Sinners that we've seen throughout the rest of the group. They even beat Heroic on Vertigo, right? Heroic letting it get to that Vertigo. I see you reading away there, Alex.
Yeah, I want to make sure I have my head around it. The bottom line, I can give you a Sinners bottom line. In the face of defeat, they need at least a top 10 placing to have a chance.
Okay.
So, but this has gone from being the top of the group for almost the entirety.
Which would have been a top 8 placing.
Yeah, exactly, guaranteed. And yeah, conceding this, they're going to be in those potential tiebreakers depending on results, just to battle for 3rd, Chad.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult now. The AKs are back out. Look at Lucky, just on the cusp of that smoke.
Lucky, just as B-Stick ahead of the smoke, and it's all he needs to flourish and thrive. And the bodies just lining up. Shadows of their former selves.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just, they're getting absolutely brutalized right here. Shock is at least showing something, 17 kills for him, but they're not getting away with their tricks. And every single time we go to an Astralis player, they're getting the kill. Well, there's one example that breaks that rule. But look at Bubsky, he's almost in T-spawn. Okay, all right, a second.
Hang on.
You're winning, but...
Wait. Dupree, up on the silo. The silence is really freaking him out. He has no idea what to look. At all the angles. It's so mean. Zedco needs to find him just so he can play the game.
How often you're practicing a fight through there?
Yeah, precisely. And they're not stopping.
Bye.
Not stopping. Oh, he missed the no-scope. They're both there, and God, Astralis, they just want to get this done, don't they?
I think so. I was saying before that, Astralis, they were doing everything by the book. They weren't taking any risks. Well, there you go. They're starting to take a couple of risks. They just need one more round now. It is going to be max loss bonus. We're going to be seeing the purchase coming on through. AKs will be there, maybe some Galils, but yeah, just ahead of the smoke, you're right. And then again, Lucky repositioning. What are you meant
Might be the
to do?
first fight I've ever seen there, actually, from a caster perspective.
What are you meant to do? All right, this is looking like it's it, ladies and gents.
Zip's caught out. That's lovely from B-Stick. He does leap into Zips and take some space and take some risks, I'd hope.
It's too low already.
Yeah, Bubsky's quick to react. Surging towards... Oof, and already finding B-Stick. The Franks keep going. Shock has supremacy of control for now. They're going for the plant. The flash is going to be eaten. Shock has no vision and no life. 3-on-3, and Magis takes another with him. They're trying to hold on. They are so low. Oscar to save Sinner's chances. And that's the first required. Plays with the doors. He's got util to play with as well. Bubsky's low, and even lower now. Oscar's playing this perfectly. May have a hole, actually. Did he get his util through it?
Beautiful.
Oh, lovely. Absolutely perfect. And that is that. Sinners will see another round courtesy of Oscar.
Beautiful stuff there. That was great work. Now the low HP, it made it easier there. I really like that flash from Bubsky to set up Magis there when you saw him pushing the doors side. He threw that when he backpedaled. He's on low HP, setting up his in-game leader right there. Bounced it off the roof and hit the deck quite quick and popped. And that sent Sinners scuttling backwards. But this is the kill right here, right? They're able to get control, and because Bubsky's low, he has to back on off. So really, really good stuff from Shock there. He's impressed in this map, but here we go again. This round is necessary if Sinners want to break the economy of Astralis here and really start this comeback.
Yeah, it's necessary for other reasons as well.
Oh!
And he's only gone and found Magis. Caught asleep at the wheel, quickly clawed back. Zedco was so far ahead of the pack. They're locked in by flames. They can't help. That's perfect, though, and he's looking the wrong way. They force him into the fight with the incendiary of their own. Couple of blips on the life support machine.
Yeah, this isn't bad, but we've seen Sinners with number advantages before that have fallen apart when the round stagnated. So here we go again. That AWP of Lucky over towards ramp. Oh, he steps on in, and B-Stick will greet him with a headshot. Thank you very much, he says. As it is just Bubsky and Lucky. The two young boys.
Neofrag's been Sinner's best. The majority of their time here at the EU RMR. Currently kept to a respectable 10, and here comes Bubsky on a glance, and it will be managed. For a second there, I thought things were going to spiral, but Sinners have it. The 7th, that's 2 consecutive since the 15 has been found, and I'm sure not many eyebrows have been raised that 15 was found so soon, considering a 10-5 half and a 1 pistol. Astralis picking up the following 5.
All right, well, we get a bit of extra time here thanks to Lucky saving this AWP, so that money is broken. Alex, do you want to read that again for me? Because Heroic have just won, and the Riders are 3 rounds away from winning over Endpoint.
In a case of a loss, they will still advance to the playoffs if Endpoint beat Movistar Riders.
Okay, that's not happening.
while if Movistar and Complexity win their matches...
Complexity lost.
Okay, and if Movistar and Heroic win their matches,
That's
then
looking like
Sinners, Movi, and Heroic will play MR3 deciders to determine 2nd to 4th.
Sinners, Movi, and Heroic. Okay. All right, well, we've already got some of those, well, I believe we did have them going on between Mouse Sports, FPX, and Big. I'm not sure who came out on top of that one. Haven't been able to keep my eyes on that.
But, you know, Sinners, like, they've been floating at 2nd for this whole time. They'll have to go through that intense gauntlet of MR3 tiebreakers.
Yeah, I wonder what map we get to, though. It could be a Vertigo if, I don't know, maybe the Riders...
And Heroic have already felt the wrath of Sinners on Vertigo.
Yeah, it's going to be weird to see what map they get on down to. So we're not there quite yet, but almost. As Lucky, the AWP saved, jumps on up, flashed on off. Oh. That's a nice little gap to work with.
Yeah, Oscar's going to be attracted to that as well. Like a fly to... something. B-Stick keeps it competitive. That AWP is being scouted out. Dupree's trying to get funny with it. Lucky's hero AWP might be enough. It shouldn't be enough. They have the top site. It should just end there. Is the bomb down? Hesitant now after that previous vent death. And now the timer is extended. Zip from heaven. Lucky giving it a good go. He's going to be flashing to catch Neofrag. He'll turn it nicely. Shock deals with heaven. And Lucky accepts that he'll be saving his AWP once again.
Oh, may have gone a little bit early there, Zip, right? That flash, we saw it was good and there was no flash assist, so I think he stepped out before the flash had actually gone on off, but not the end of the world. Astralis still with plenty of chances to do this here, but Sinner's starting to build a better case. Pub's going to look to do some more damage here. You'd love to. You can see right there the T side. They're not strapped for cash by any means. He's not actually going to poke his head up with the CZ in the vent. Looks like he's going to hold on to that. Bomb goes off. Sinners get 8 now, and well, their story continues here on Nuke. This would be quite the comeback. Just like with the FaZe game earlier, I was sitting there thinking, geez, if they're able to bring this back, that would be mammoth. I'm not sure how this is going to happen. You think the CT side of Nuke, Astralis, they just need 1 round. They have 7 opportunities to do so. The odds are very much so against Sinners here.
Yeah, I mean, they had 10. You know, even if they had a 10% chance, Chad, they'd get it in the end.
They're pretty smiling. I don't know if if it's a real smile or if it's like something went wrong and I'm a little bit miffed smile. They're similar smiles. But this is going to be a timeout called from Astralis here just to see what they need to adjust to get this one done.
Pressure on the cooling as well now, because I mean on the T side as well, to afford to come back on the T side, you just have to be so switched on. Get a good read of Astralis' setups, and it's unlikely that they haven't got, you know, 2 to 3 alternatives to throw into the mix before the conclusion of regulation. Oscar's on his signature weapon. Would love to see some T-side AWPing flamboyance out of him. You know they're capable. Haven't felt like it for the majority of Nuke, but...
Oh, it's quick.
It is quick.
Real quick.
Brave to be calling something so quick. And, oh, shock. Nothing to report. Dupree's causing problems as well, because the bombs now lose top site. They might play retake. That's good instead. Molotov just to buy time. Dupree with a one-way. Just already put pressure on that plant. You won't be getting the bomb down with that smoke up.
Yeah, they might want to wait until the bomb goes down before they throw out that one-way. Getting planted now, nice and open in that site. Here comes the one-way. Util. Not a lot left for Sinners to defend this now.
4-on-3 retake. Could be a well-placed HE, and it is just a little shy of the mark. And there's Magis coming in from main. They're boosting on the vent. That could be a very effective way for Oscar to be set up, and Neofrag another. Now Magis reveals himself from the main position. If he clears this vent, it's all over. Oh, they're in the site. They're in the site. And they're dropping Util.
Planted for him.
It's not. And they're going to push. Oscar's looking the wrong way. Zedko's fallen. It's all onto Oscar. 9 HP. They're defusing. Pulls them off it. I think they've got time. I think it's GG. Astralis cause chaos to Sinners and a clean conversion. That's it for the Danes. Top of the group. Looking fantastic.